Experiments in Science. In this unit, students will create an original work of abstract art by using science experiments in paint and force. Students will engage collaboratively in exploration and imaginative play with materials. Students will demonstrate safe and proper procedures for using materials, tools, and equipment while making art. They'll also explore uses of materials and tools to create works of art or design. Students will plan and conduct an investigation to provide evidence of the effects of balanced and unbalanced forces on the motion of an object. They'll also make observations and/or measurements of an object's motion to provide evidence that a pattern can be used to predict future motion.
So class. Yes. Today we're going to be doing a science experiment based off the objective of force and motion, okay? So for this lesson, we had the essential question, how is force used every day to change the motion or shape of an object? You're pushing something, you're pulling it. How does that change the shape of things? So Shaheen, when you're playing soccer, okay, and you want to get that ball into a goal, are you pushing the ball or are you pulling it?
Pushing the ball.
With what?
Your leg.
With your leg.
To intro, we talked about primary and secondary colors, blue and red and yellow. And then if you mix them, you get these secondary colors in between. Who can name the secondary colors for me?
Purple, orange, and green.
Excellent. This was an unusual project for what we usually do because it wasn't so much about a product at the end as more of a process and working with a medium of paint. So we brought in salad spinners and we talked about how we were going to use a salad spinner to make those colors go from a primary color into a secondary color.
So we used a data observation sheet. We hypothesized what would happen with those primary colors using the 3 different speeds of slow, medium, and fast. Oh my goodness, this is so slow. I want you to take the lid off and look in it and see what happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. On your observation sheet, what did you observe? What happened to the paint? With going fast, Maya, what do you think is going to happen?
I think that it will mix drastically.
So you have different learning styles. You've got kids who are visual, who may sometimes not be able to tap into the traditional way of teaching. So when you introduce a visual approach, they are seeing things in a way that they need to see it. So it's almost magical. They don't know what's going to happen. So they put the paint in, they open it, and it's exciting to see what happens. They saw that the actual paint may not have made a new color, but the new shape got them excited. They were just like screaming.
What the?
Rather than just a worksheet, you're actually hands-on, kinesthetic, visual, getting that cemented into your brain. So Jace, what type of force did the salad spinner exert onto the paint? A push or a pull?
A push.
Why?
Because the air of this, when this was spinning, the air had touched the paint and made it move.
Great, so the air pushed the paint. Excellent job, Jace. Now we're also going to do a push and pull using marbles and 2 kinds of paint.
Well, the second experiment, I wanted something that was a little more tangible, something that can use the actual push and pull themselves. Pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. And then we just repeated the experiment again where we did 3 different speeds and to see what they got each time.
So Kylie, what did you observe?
What I observed is that when I mixed it together, then it made a purple secondary color, but they're still red and blue.
Nice.
We're always looking for ways to do STEAM projects and also just the scientific method of just using experiments within the classroom.
Art, I think, is scientific anyway. The process is always an experiment. You never know what's going to come out. A product becomes an observation of your process, so it kind of goes hand in hand anyway.
I learned about how force and pulling and pushing moves things and forms different types of things to make new things.
I liked how we got to do art, and when we did the fast motion, I didn't expect for it to turn into a secondary color.
It was really fun to go fast with the salad spinner.